in Discord on an article, it shows a picture and doesn't bring up the link.
Really?
So that's fun. Yeah.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I just clicked on one of them and just brought up the picture. Large version of the picture.
Oh, well, Podcast
yes.
decided to start, so.
Of course it does.
All
it
day,
always does.
every day. Good about that. All right, hello everybody, and welcome to the Frantic Talks podcast, episode 95. 95. I am your host, Frantic. With me, as
95.
always, is my lovely co-host,
Grunt. Hello, everyone.
And we are here to talk about gaming.
And junk.
All right, so we got some fun stuff to talk about today. A couple different random articles once again. No big crazy stories to cover. We're going to be hitting a couple of different things, like Nintendo allowing a rewards program to buy video games instead of coupons. That'll be cool. We're getting into someone who made a mod for Division. Apparently got a cease and desist or something along those lines. And a couple other really interesting stories. Sad story around Mayfair Games. We'll get to that. And the only other story I can remember off the top of my head, because now I can't remember what it was
it was amazing.
My Little Pony. Oh no. We'll get to that.
Wait. What? You didn't tell me we were turning this into a My Little Pony podcast.
Oh, it's a brony podcast now, guys. My favorite character is I don't even know any characters.
Neither do I.
Smiling Sunshine. That's probably a character.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right, so first up, let's start off where you guys can continue the conversation. Give us all your opinions, thoughts, feedback, criticism, all that fun stuff on the things we talk about today. I'm at FranticJ3 on Twitter. He is at AlexSpartan, ONYXSpartan, all one word, and we are at Frantic_Talks, the official Frantic Talks Twitter account. If you follow that, you'll get all the updates via when we're going live, different articles that are posted, all that fun stuff. Also, head over to facebook.com/Frantic Talks, all one word. Hit that like button. You can get it from more Facebook form of Twitter. You can also head over to twitch.tv/Frantic Talks, all one word. That is where you can join us live every Saturday, usually at 3 p.m. Eastern, usually. The last couple episodes, or next couple episodes, once we get into March, will be a little different. But normally that's around the time we go live, and you can join us and join in on the conversation. Correct us if we say something wrong, get a shout out, all that fun stuff. And last but not least, FranticTalks.com, which looks a little something like, boom, that on screen. FranticTalks.com, you can go over there, get all the stuff I just mentioned in the footer, along with links to all our articles, podcasts, and the like, and magic.frantictalks.com for all your magic needs, written by us, of course. So, let's go over some stuff real quick. Very first, we haven't actually had an article posted since the podcast this past Monday. The Frantic Antics for this week is a joint effort between me and Free Show. Life got in the way. We're working on it. And then FVF, which is our normal Friday wrestling booking, should still be coming. Same story as previously, since it's a joint effort of one. The other one can't work as well. Hopefully, we're hoping to have those finished here by the end of the weekend. We'll see what happens. Might run into a little issue with the podcast and timing and all that fun stuff, but we should be back on schedule next week, hopefully. Life is a bee. Life's a bee. All right.
All the time.
So you can go and check out our last podcast, number 94. We talked about Master Chief Collection and Destiny 2 both getting updates. One finally, the other.
Wait. Why am I excited about a game getting updated after 4 years?
You can learn all about our frustrations there. Oh man, that was so bad. I don't know why. Anyways, we'd like to start this podcast off one way or another with the very simple question of asking Grunt, how was your week?
It mostly consisted of shoveling snow.
That's unfortunate.
Yes. So we had a snowstorm move through from like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, all the way up until even this morning. So there was a lot of snow shoveling involved.
We're supposed to get freezing rain tonight, I think. That's a thing.
I will send you some of the snow because freezing rain is not good.
Well, we got hit with snow Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in that realm, beginning of the week. Right. It was all just overnight, and I was driving to work in it, and it was a nightmare. But we haven't gotten any since. So it's slowly melting away because it's been above freezing the past couple of days. So we're getting that nice, disgusting
fun.
Snow melting.
Oh, fun.
I love dreary days. I love rain. I like the snow. It's just that transition period is probably the worst part of it all.
the awkward parts, like those awkward teenage years.
Yeah, basically. It's
for
like
snow.
The ground is going through puberty, and I don't want to see that. It's all exposed, and we can just look at it. Like, no.
Oh my god. That is a mental image that I did not want. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. And for anyone else that got a lovely, lovely picture ingrained in their mind, you're welcome.
I'm not going to be able to look at the yard the same whenever I cut the grass. Thank you, Frantic. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, I mean, did you know that when you cut the grass, that smell you smell is actually the grass? No, listen, seriously. It's the grass crying out in pain because you're hurting it. That's not a joke. That's a real thing.
Okay. All right. That's fair enough.
So it gets puberty, and then you chop its balls off. What are you doing, Grunt? Jesus.
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez. Starting the episode strong. Starting this strong. Anyways.
All right. So in other news, this past week I was able to finish Assassin's Creed Origins.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the story for what it was. It was very cool getting to see how the Assassin Brotherhood was formed.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it just kind of felt like the story just kind of ended. Like, you went there, you killed the final boss, and then just, yep, that's it. Game's over. Here's this cutscene. Now you can do all this extra cool endgame activity.
So lackluster climax is what you're saying. Boring.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm wondering if it's not due to the DLCs that are tying into the story.
It probably is.
I think the DLC that's out now, the hidden ones, I think it continues. It continues the story to some extent, but it's like I think I heard 4 years after the events of the main game.
Okay.
So I'll probably look at getting the DLC because I enjoy the game enough to buy it.
Right.
But the main game story was kind of like, that's how it ends, really. And I had the most annoying boss fight ever. Still, I think I covered that last week because I'd already gotten past that point. So yeah, that was pretty much. I've spent a little bit of time looking at cards for a certain project that shall remain nameless.
Why does it remain nameless? It's not like we're gonna debut it or something.
Okay.
It's like, here, internet, look at this. We built this together. Congratulations.
We did. Here's this thing. Bask in our glorious deck building. I don't know how to finish that.
I was gonna try and fit a word in there, but I couldn't exactly. To fill you in on the inside joke here that most of you probably don't know, Grunt and I are gonna build a deck together sometime in mid-March. I don't know if we've actually said what's happening in mid-March. Although
I don't think so.
I feel like people could figure it out based on that comment.
Things are happening.
Grunt and I are getting married in March. That's not.
Yes,
that's not actually what's happening. We are actually taking magic cards and putting them together into a deck that we hope to get struck by lightning to bring the Sentient podcast to life in a Frankenstein-esque remake. And we're going to film it and call it The Frankenstein Talks. And it's going to be produced by New Line Cinema because that's the first name that came to mind. If you're listening, New Line Cinema, we are open to negotiations. So...
Special guest appearance by Steven Totillo.
Oh, god damn it. Don't mention his name.
Too late.
I recently learned that the man I went off on, episode 62, I think it was, Steven Totillo, the gentleman who was late to the party, is a wrestling fan. And I don't know. I didn't truly know what heartbreak was until that moment. Now that I know, I don't see the problem. What was the build-up? What? People say a heartbreak is really painful. And in reality, I was just like, damn it. And now I've moved on. I've accepted this. Maybe he's... No, you know what I think it is? For any wrestling fan listening, he's probably a Roman Reigns fan, and he probably hates Shinsuke Nakamura. That's clearly what it is. I'm going to go with that. So
Move straight from denial to anger, I see, huh?
Yep. Exactly that.
So yeah, my week was spent finishing Assassin's Creed Origins, shoveling snow, looking at cards, trying to figure out what I want to put in our toolbox.
Yes. I need to start looking at stuff and throwing you ideas. I wasn't sure what all you'd gotten though. Man, it's gonna be a lot of fun to build though.
Oh yes. Yes, it will be.
And the way I've refined a lot of my decks, I feel like I'm not gonna let your friends down who are excited to meet me and play against me. Because you've hyped me up to the point where if I don't win, I feel like I'm gonna be some scrub. So I gotta walk in and just be like, turn 1, everyone's dead. Game 2.
Yeah. We'll look back, and what if that actually does happen?
I literally don't think any of my decks are capable of a turn 1 win. I think the earliest they'll win is 4 or 5.
Okay.
And so that's like, I don't even think that could happen. There's a chance, but...
Hey man, stars are aligning. We don't know. There's 2 rare moons this year. 3, technically.
I mean, the one deck I know that I'll probably throw up a good fight and probably get heat for, and they'll probably all just like take down my shit, is the Azuri deck, because if it sits for a turn, things get terrifying very quickly. Like, oh, he played a 1/3 flyer. Oh god, it's already got 10 power. Stop that. Is pretty much how that deck works. It's like, oh god, quit that. So I imagine I'll get a lot of heat when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much went to the library this morning. Checked a few books out, like you do with libraries. And that's been pretty much.
You go there and go BM in the bathroom, and in the random seats, just in random. Or is that homeless people? I think that's just homeless.
Okay.
It's a Family Guy joke.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So that's pretty much how my week has been. How about yours?
I mean, in all honesty,
other than the heartbreak of Totillo.
Honestly, nothing really eventful has happened. Some internal stuff with Frantic Talks has been shifting around. Otherwise, just playing games, going to work, watching TV. I don't think I've done anything this week that's even stood out. Yeah, I cannot think of anything. I think I've come home every single day, made some food, and then played games or watched TV. I don't think I've done anything this week. Literally, from 1 to 2 o'clock, I was downstairs playing video games earlier. So, I mean, I'm literally doing nothing this week. There's the, yeah. I mean, the games I've been playing were really just Rocket League or Call of Duty. Not gonna lie, I've been playing Modern Warfare Remastered a lot this past week. What day was it? It was either Wednesday or Thursday I hopped on and was just annihilating people. Like, it was kind of ridiculous how well I was doing that day. I thought it had to be a fluke. And then the past 2 days that I've played, I definitely realized it was a fluke. Not to say I wasn't good this past couple of days. I still have good games, but that day was ridiculous. I kept going on, like, 20 plus kills, less than 10 deaths in, like, 4 or 5 straight games. Normally, it's like you get 1 or 2 games maybe back-to-back where you're doing really good because you hit, like, a really good groove or you get lucky. That's typically how I play and how my games end up, and I'll end up going, like, even or below even or something like that in the next 3 games. But that night, I don't think I had a single game where I went less than 1.5 on my KD, which was really stupid. So I don't know what I was doing that night, but I was in the zone. And then the past 2 days have been, or today and the day before, have been kind of a letdown in that regard. But like I said, I was pretty sure it was a fluke.
It's usually the way it goes for me. I have a few good games, and then like for like next week after that, it's just absolutely terrible.
Yeah, you hit like a rhythm. Like you're like you just can't do no wrong, and you're just popping people like crazy. And then the next week you're just like, oh god, how do I video game?
Right.
So,
how do I video game?
Basically, I feel like that's how I feel like I overthink it because I'm just sitting there and I'm like, all right, pop, oh, I'm getting people, this is good. And then I take 3 deaths. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And then the cycle in my mind just keeps going. It's just like it starts, oh sweet, I'm doing good. What am I doing wrong? Oh god, I'm bad. And then it just repeats. Over the course of the game, I think that happens 3 different times. It's like you go on a quick kill streak, and the next thing you know, you got 3 deaths that you didn't even mean to get.
All right. The Groundhog Day of video gaming.
Yeah, basically. I live that cycle nonstop. But anyways, yeah, nothing else really to report. Not sure if I should mention what we're planning for the 100th episode because we're 4 of them away now. No, we're 5 away.
5. 4 if you don't count this one.
Yeah.
But that's not how you count, technically. I mean,
no, there's still 5. If you don't count this one, there's 5. If you count this one, we're 6 left. Just count on your fingers.
Math.
Off screen. Off screen. I said off screen. We're off screen. You don't gotta worry. What are you doing? Man, we're gonna have fun when I show up. Jesus.
It's gonna be great.
No, we're gonna. Speaking, funnily enough, that week where I'll be up there, we'll actually get to record the episodes in person. That's kind of what we're planning, at least for 99 and 100. So you'll get to hear me and Grunt in the same room. Woo!
Same acoustics.
Same acoustics.
I mean, to be honest, they probably don't. Yeah, to be honest, they probably don't sound much different than now.
More than likely not.
I can actually shake my head in front of you if you deliver a joke that it's just like, no, why?
Right. That's true. Okay, so we got some
It's
stuff.
gonna be great.
It is. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. But we got to get through a little bit more before then.
True.
All right, so we got some fun stuff to talk about today, guys. As mentioned earlier, some interesting topics. Might have thrown you some curveballs, might not have. But anyways, I have the website up on screen now, franktalks.com. You can check out all that fun stuff there. Right now, there's just an article here, not an article, a podcast here shortly. We should have the Frantic Antics where we go over the Women's Royal Rumble, and then FVF number 10, part 2, where Freak Show covers his 10th month in our wrestling simulator series. So the first thing we're going to talk about, let me ask you a question, Grunt. If you had a rewards system, a rewards card for one of your favorite places to go, you might already have one, but hypothetically, let's say you ignore that. You have this rewards card. What would you expect to get out of this rewards card from your favorite place or one of your favorite places?
Well, typically I would expect, cool things. Maybe things I could use if it was like a platform or something.
Okay.
If it was like, for music, a music platform, listen to so much music, get this many rewards. I did maybe want to like download of that music or something I listen to. I don't know. Cool things, basically.
Gotcha.
Be able to use it.
So if you got, let's say, a coupon, like you listened to so many songs and you got a coupon for 20% off your next song or album purchase. Is that cool?
I mean, considering I buy a lot of my music, yeah.
Okay, with that. What if they said that wasn't cool enough and decided to give you the ability to purchase just outright songs and albums based on how much you listened?
I'd definitely be okay with that.
Okay. Well, that's what Nintendo Switch is doing, to get this long example out of the way. My Nintendo Coins, which is the rewards program, if I'm understanding correctly, was originally like you buy so many things. I don't know the actual exchange rate, but for a lot of different places I've been, it's like you spend $10, you get $1 in rewards or something like that. Think of it that way. So basically, they're making it to where these coins will be able to actually buy games now. It used to be just coupons and a couple other random things. Like coupons, yeah, that's how they say. Fixed discounts. They'll actually have a cash equivalent, which means that you can use your hefty stock points to buy games. The thing is from what I'm understanding, it's actually going to be a lot. So if you spend $50 on a game, you get 250 points. Those points are equivalent to $2.50. So
ouch.
You're getting what is that? I can't do math right now. Like a 4 or 5%? Yeah, you get 5% of that back is the way that works. I think that's the right number.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it is. So you get 5% of your purchase back. So in other words, you'd kind of have to buy
a lot of
20
stuff.
games to get one for free at $50.
Yeah, that, I don't know, good concept, good idea. I like it. It's been around. I think they have something right now on Xbox Live where it's like the Xbox Live rewards. You earn points for like buying stuff that's on sale or taking advantage of promotions, buying movies and stuff off of the marketplace. So they have it. It's kind of the same thing. And it fell victim to the same problem that it sounds like this has right now, is you have to buy a lot of stuff in order to get enough points to do anything really.
Interestingly enough, when they quoted Nintendo, they actually said it was 5%, and I'm just really bad at reading. Add that.
No, you just wanted the mental exercise of doing math. That's all.
I mean, it worked. I figured it out rather quickly. Probably not as quick as I should have. No, but I think it's fine because I don't know. They have to make money somehow, and I understand that they can't just hand out free shit. And 5% back. I mean, that's a lot better than you get on a credit card.
Yeah, 1% cash back.
I was gonna say the credit card I use gives me 5% on select places and then 1% on everything. Interestingly enough, you get 5% if you use their online, but if you buy like a physical game, you only get 1%. So they want you to go digital, which is actually kind of cool, but just as another side note. But it's cool that at least you get a cash equivalent, so you can start trading them in on certain things instead of doing like coupons. I assume this would extend to like different me shop stuff that you don't want to spend money on, or potentially like DLC or something along those lines. Which it's not terribly high. If you buy 2 games, you get $5. A lot of the random like Super Smash Bros. Characters were $5, so you could get it paid for. So
there you go. Boom. I'm curious if your Nintendo coins, the currency. I'm curious as to if those will like expire at some point, or if you can just keep accumulating them. I imagine you would have to be able to accumulate them without any like expiration date, because Pablo CSA for something really nice.
Yeah, it doesn't say in this article, and assuming, I mean, you got to spend a lot of money and accumulate over time, so I feel like if they put an expiration date on it, it would just undermine the whole thing.
Right. So yeah. I'm kind of assuming they don't, based on that common sense knowledge right there.
You would hope.
Then don't prove me wrong, Nintendo. Please don't.
I was about to say, common knowledge says don't sell cardboard to people playing video games, but what they're doing.
I hear, though, that's actually really, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it. It's so funny when... I mean, I guess if you break everything down to its core points, it can be funny in any regard.
Right.
We're just 2 guys and not even in the same room talking. That sounds really lame. So playing with cardboard sounds really lame, but whatever.
I mean...
to be fair.
Ignore the fact that you play Magic.
yeah, just playing with pieces of cardboard, turning them sideways, spending hundreds of dollars. What, you don't spend your free time that way?
No.
Well, do you spend your free time watching My Little Pony? Don't actually answer that.
I'm going to say no.
Okay, that's fair. Well, you could spend your free time playing a My Little Pony knockoff brawler game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
What? Is this?
This is real. All right, so Main 6 is the name of this group of fans who decided they were going to make a 2D fighting game called My Little Pony Fighting is Magic. And then Hasbro, who owns My Little Pony, slapped a cease and desist order. So
awkward.
This was 5 years ago.
It's kind of what happens when you do something with copyrighted material that you shouldn't do without the copyright owner's permission.
Yeah, so then they stopped and nothing was ever heard of again. Is what I would be saying if they had stopped. Because they didn't. And raised $600,000 on Indiegogo to make a game called Them's Fighting Herds. Because puns. Freak Show is probably smiling right now.
Oh, you know he is.
And instead of using My Little Pony characters, someone who was interested in helping them was a former illustrator on My Little Pony who said, I can make you knockoffs that won't get you in trouble for the art style.
Oh, that guy is an evil genius.
It was a woman.
Okay.
Just saying, it doesn't matter, but that's actually really cool.
She was an evil genius.
And this is pretty great because it's just sticking it to Hasbro. So I thought that was the reason we mention it isn't because My Little Pony, but because it's kind of neat, crowdfunded, and a former illustrator's like, hey, this seems like a cool thing. I I know bronies are something a lot of people like to make fun of. Personally, I see no problem with it. I've run into them at game cons and game conventions because there's My Little Pony booths set up. They're normal people. They just like My Little Pony. It's when it gets really weird and things I don't want to talk about on the podcast.
It's when, yeah.
That's when you gotta like start questioning, like, oh, that's a bit odd, don't you think?
There's a certain level of acceptance there that I think is just kind of like unspoken.
I mean, I'm a grown-ass motherfucker wearing an amazing Spider-Man t-shirt, and I read comics all the time. I don't have much room to talk. I watch all kinds of cartoons. Like,
I mean,
way too often.
I still do.
Yeah, exactly. So there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know.
It's just, like you said, when it crosses that threshold and becomes weird,
that's when
starts incorporating the rules of the internet.
The 34th specifically is when you have to start raising an eyebrow.
Oh.
That's where we'll leave it, because we haven't escaped any realm that's not normal here. We're just stating facts. We're going to turn back to the 2D fighting game. The trailer's got some really upbeat music. I'm not going to play it, but you can watch that on this article, and I'm sure elsewhere. I'm pretty sure it's a YouTube video. So you can check that out. It reminds me of Brawlhalla, not going to lie. If you've ever played Brawlhalla, welcome to Brawlhalla. If you haven't played that, or if you have, this is what it reminds me of. That's another just 2D fighting game. So anyways, fun story, fun sidebar. But now we're going to move on to something a lot less good, fun, any of that. We're going to talk about cardboard again, fun fact. We're going to talk about Mayfair...
Episode 95, cardboard.
We're going to talk about Mayfair Games and the unfortunate situation they're in, where they have to shut down and are selling their entire game catalog to Asmodee Games. So, who is Mayfair Games? Is probably what most of you have asked if you don't know them.
Who is Mayfair Games?
They made Catan. Settlers of Catan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how ridiculous this is.
Wow, that is.
Yep. So
that explains why I saw Catan in the picture you.
Yep. Mayfair Games has they're a reason a lot of people get into gaming, actually, because Catan is one of those really great games. It was a revolutionary game. It's still one of the best board games you can play. And unfortunately, after 36 years of it being in existence, they had to shut their doors and sell their entire game catalog to Asmodee Games, which is unfortunate. Mayfair was an industry giant, you know. Whenever I'd go to my game cons, they have gigantic booths with all kinds of games there, but apparently either they don't say why, they don't say if it was mismanagement, poor sales, any of that. It just states that they had to make a statement that they're going out of sale or out of business. If we had more time, we could research that and figure it out for you guys, but ultimately that's just a sad story, because I've played a lot of Catan in my time, and it just kind of sucks. I never like seeing people who make good things lose their job over making those good things.
Definitely sucks. It's very, very surprising, honestly, to me, because I know how popular in its own right Catan is. I have several friends who play it. I'm talking to one right now.
Exactly.
And they have all told me that how great and amazing this game is, and my local game shop has friggin' shelf set up, and nothing else is on that shelf except for Catan versions and all that. So
expansions, different versions. It just stinks. Makes me sad.
Oh yeah,
makes me feel things.
Right to the feels.
Right in the feels. You know what doesn't hit me in the feels, though?
I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to has something to do with our next topic, though.
Oh, I was gonna say not Stephen Totilo, but yeah.
Oh, not Stephen Totilo. Okay.
Well, his website that he's an editor-in-chief of, though.
How did I not get that? I should just retire right now. I'm done.
I mean, I typically...
You're hosting the last episodes yourself, Frantic. Bye.
Later, Grunt. Now that I have all of you alone.
Whoa.
I will be doing impersonations for the rest of the podcast.
Whoa.
No, I'm not. I can't think of one off the top of my head, so I'm not going to do it. Anyways, so do you remember back when The Division came out? And
Yes, I do.
And we said in a year it wouldn't be relevant.
That also happened, I believe.
Yes, I'm pretty sure March was its release date. We're creeping up on that.
It was in March because I got it as a birthday gift.
Exactly. We're getting very close to March. I don't know anyone who plays the Division anymore.
Personally, I know of like 2-3 people that went back to playing it because of recent updates for it.
Mm-hmm.
But even at that, it's still not as many people that played it when the game first came out.
It sucks. It was supposed to be a pretty big one, like Destiny level competitor, and it never got to that.
It was supposed to be the Destiny killer.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it turns out that while focusing on player retention, they decided to, for lack of a better term, fuck that in the ass and say screw that, and banned a fan favorite mod, and even suspended the guy who made it
Forever. Not just momentarily or for so many months. Just he's done. He can no longer play the Division.
Talk about player retention. So this is a Kotaku story, so I had to somehow cleverly get Steven Totillo in there, but he didn't write this. He's just their editor or co-editor or some bullcrap. So what this mod was, it's not even like this was a cheating mod. This is the best part.
This is so dumb.
If you hear creator of mod gets banned from a video game for life, you think, oh man, he made some game breaking shit or something like that, right? That's what I would think.
Yeah, he was a cheater. He deserves the ban.
He deserves the ban because he made a mod. This motherfucker. He made a mod that gave people the ability to take near realistic screenshots. That piece of shit.
Wow. Wait, what?
Something's not right here. I think they typoed.
Nope, it's not a typo. You are correct. Yeah, doesn't make any sense.
What the hell? Obviously, I'm good at acting, and we already picked this article out. But what the hell? Seriously. You don't ban somebody for making your game arguably better. They didn't ban the guy from Skyrim who basically made a mod that added an entire fourth of the map to it or some bullshit. They gave him a freaking job. So they banned... Why? So okay, so if you're watching the video, I would highly recommend, if you are not watching this video, to get to this point in the podcast on the video. If you're watching live, I'm glad you're here. Let's look at some of these screenshots. These screenshots are freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So the first one here, I can enlarge it. It looks damn near in person how realistic these are. Like, 4K be damned, this is realistic shit. Like, this is impressive. And he got banned for this. Like, this picture right here, this black and white picture, if you scroll down a little bit in the article, Grunt,
I saw it earlier. I saw all the piece. They're really amazing screenshots, and
this looks like real downtown. Like, those cars look legit.
Right. So I don't
understand this.
It wasn't, from what I read in the article, it doesn't sound like it lets you do anything other than just detach the camera.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. I can see how you could probably use that for nefarious ways. Can't believe I just used nefarious on the podcast.
I feel like there was a point where we said it like 6 times in one episode. Didn't we do that?
I believe so.
Yeah, because you were really weirded out about saying nefarious.
Well, I mean, it works. It's a great way to describe things in a nefarious way. But the mod in and of itself, from what I gathered, is not harmful to anything.
If anything, I feel like being able to detach the camera gives you arguably a strategic advantage to maybe peer around in certain areas and get the lay of people's positions. However, you're still standing there dead center. Like I think in the dead zone where this would be the most useful, that's like where you can kind of scout people out or whatever with it, potentially, I guess.
Right.
But
I mean,
don't think that's too ridiculous, actually.
Yeah, if you detach your camera, you're not going to be able to see where you're moving your character, if you can even move your character at all.
I imagine you can't.
So, it was a bad call to ban that person and the mod, because I'm sure there's a lot more good that comes from it. I love seeing screenshots people take from games. They are amazing, and
you take some kick-ass screenshots. Like the ones you take are really good.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm trying not to brag about
No,
myself.
you're fine. I'll do it for you because they are very good. And I like seeing your screenshots. I like these screenshots. I think really well-framed screenshots from video games can look damn near awesome.
Right. I mean, so to ban the player for something so trivial, honestly, is just, man.
I think the proper call.
I don't think player retention is their strong point.
Not even close. I think the proper call, of course, is you remove the mod, but you offer the guy you basically say to the guy, hey, we can't do the mod as is. Maybe there's a problem with it. Maybe it's they need to source it themselves. So they take it from him, they purchase it from him, or hire him and get it into the system properly.
Right.
That's what you tend to see with a lot of different mods if they aren't just Steam mods where you can just create one and go for it.
Right.
It's typically like, hey, we're going to allow mods, but we have to review them ourselves. Once they're approved, you can use them, and we might tweak them slightly so that they either A, don't break like copyright crap, or B, they actually fit within the system and don't cause some game crash or something.
Right. I think Bethesda does that a lot.
Yeah, because they enabled mods for Fallout 4 on consoles. Yeah, and Skyrim. So they were trying to kind of break that wall, that barrier that had been there for so long, where modding and Xbox basically got your warranty stripped and you got banned from Xbox.
Right, so, and that's basically what happened here in this case.
Right, so in a way, they're just living in the past.
Right.
Which, that ain't gonna work.
No, not at all. I think, like you said, best case scenario, they bought the mod from the guy, left him alone, let him be the player of the game. Because let's be honest, if he has a strong following in the community, there are people that are going to be upset about him getting banned and his work basically taken away.
Slightly.
And they're just not going to be happy.
No, they're not.
And when you have someone who's popular leave, followers continue following.
Dare I say the Fallout.
Oh, God.
Puns are fun. All right, so yeah, that's stupid. It's so dumb. And we've hammered that home, but still, these screenshots are amazing. I don't think this is harming the game in any manner. Even if it was, banned for life is the worst thing they could have done. Yeah,
I'm sure other people could download the mod, but if theoretically or hypothetically, say that the guy that created the mod was the only one that could use it. He didn't put the code out there for anyone else to download.
Mm-hmm.
What harm does it cause? I mean,
there's got to be some reason they aren't stating that. The more I think about it, because why would they just ban a guy for a screenshot mod? There's got to be some issue on the back end it caused. But even then, I don't think he deserved the life ban. All he was trying to do is make the game better. Like, if he was being malicious and trying to get the game to crash a bunch, doing DDoS crap and all kinds
stuff
of
like
nonsense.
That.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's literally trying to harm your product. All he's done is enhance it, made the community produce some sweet-looking screenshots, and he's gone.
Yeah. So, it's like when they banned people for using... Now, granted, it was using an exploit, which is technically against the game's code of conduct and all that. But back when their first, raid, I don't remember what they exactly called them, their first raid style activity came out, Incursion. There are people that, found a way to skip past one of the main choke points, or main checkpoints, rather.
Right, I remember us covering this.
And, I didn't necessarily agree with that. I can see in hindsight how, you don't want people exploiting your game, maybe, but, again, what harm does it really cause?
And that's apparently, crap, who does The Division?
It's Ubisoft, but it was published by Ubisoft, developed by a different studio.
Because I want to use their name to mention it. Yeah, grab it off your shelf there.
It's somewhere here. I know it is. I think it's right.
Probably in the article.
That is Dying Light. Oh, that's another. Keep talking.
I mean, I'm just trying to find it. I don't even see it in the article now that I say that. Yeah, it was just Ubisoft themselves who mentioned it.
How's my gear set? It is. Oh, come on. It's on here somewhere.
Yeah, it just says Ubisoft issued the statement, so it might not even have been the developer's call. It would have been Ubisoft's.
I think it was one of their. Yeah, Ubisoft. That's the only name listed on it. Now I have a stack of games in my lap.
Well, anyways,
just gonna hold them until we're done here.
Apparently, Ubisoft has a zero tolerance policy for anything outside of the intended use of the game, and they also have. Yeah, they have a zero tolerance policy for fun, player retention, quality games, and the like. You know, I'm gonna say that now, and then Far Cry 5 is gonna be the best thing we've ever played, but still. Anyways. That's it for that story. We could probably hammer home the point 10 times more, but ultimately, this is stupid.
Poor post-release handling.
Poor post-release. That's like literally should have been the subtitle for The Division. The Division, shitty post-release.
Tom Clancy's The Division. The way they have been handling it, it's a shame to tie with Tom Clancy.
You know, you could say that the way it's been handled has caused a division within the game. You knew it was coming.
Oh
you started
God.
smiling.
Yes, I did.
He's just
yes,
like, oh,
he's.
You're not wrong. Oh, jeez. That's really funny.
Okay. I don't think we can top this anymore.
Nah, I don't think we can. I think it's a good place to call it an end. So, let us know what you guys think about our thoughts on the unjust banning of this community member. Also, if you're excited for that My Little Pony game, the news of Mayfair unfortunately shutting their doors, and what you're planning on doing with those Nintendo coins, you can tell us that on Twitter. I'm at FranticJ3, he is at OnyxSpartan, ONYXSpartan, and we are at Frantic_Talks. Save a couple characters and your long write-up that critiques and tells us everything we said was wrong on Twitter. Go for it. I don't care. Also, head over to Facebook.com/FranticTalks. Give us a like. You're going to get a more Facebook form of Twitter, getting all the articles and podcasts and stuff like that. Twitch.tv/FranticTalks, all one word. Join us live every Saturday, usually 3 p.m. Eastern, usually. Keep an eye on the Twitter account in March, because it's going to change up a bit. And then FranticTalks.com, where you can get everything I just mentioned in the footer, along with links to our Xbox DVR, our Discord channel, where you can have conversations with us outside of Twitter and all that fun stuff, and all our articles, podcasts, and the like. And finally, magic.frantalks.com. But hey, if you guys are not able to find us, for some reason, none of that worked. Grunt. 110 times out of 10, what can they do?
Direct themselves to the nearest search engine and just search Frantic Talks. You will find us, or your glimmer back.
We guarantee it.
We guarantee it.
So, let us know what you guys think, like I said, about all that stuff before, and I think that about does it. I don't have anything else to add. What about you, Grunt?
Them's Fighting Herds Game of the Year 2018.
I feel like I need to buy it just to play it so I can claim it as Game of the Year. You guys remember the stupid-ass My Little Pony game? Hey, Game of the Year, yeah.
It's the best game I played this year. Actually, it was. All the others released broken.
Either that or I only played that game this year and I can only claim that's the best game, considering I had yet to play anything.
That might very well be the case, too.
We gonna find out. So, anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts, and I think we'll see you again next time. So I'm Frantic.
I'm Grunt.
Till next time, my friends.
Describe Wave.